You should be playing Dungeons and Dragons. Or you should at least try playing Dungeons and Dragons, and this is why. Dungeons and Dragons, or D&D, is a tabletop role-playing game. A few friends sit around a table. One player, called the Dungeon Master, or DM, describes a scenario, and the rest of the players tell the DM what they want to do. To figure out what happens when they try to do what they want to do, they roll a die, and the DM tells them what happens. Wash, rinse, and repeat. Simple, right? Except there's a big old scary player's handbook and even more supplemental rule books to scare people off. And D&D has a reputation of being for the most socially incompetent of nerds, the most hopeless of the social hierarchy, or downright satanic worship. But don't worry about all that for now. All you need to know is that you don't have to read the whole scary book if you just want to try playing. D&D is for absolutely everyone, and the game can involve as much Satan as you do or do not want. Much like in real life, you can worship Satan, you can fight against Satan, or you can have absolutely nothing to do with Satan. D&D has for decades had a negatively nerdy basement-dwelling reputation because it was invented by nerds and is a warm, welcoming, and thrilling place to be with and make friends. Because it is for everyone and because it is most often set in a classic fantasy setting, it has become a safe haven for nerds. D&D is a game by nerds, for nerds, but not exclusively for nerds. Anyone can and everyone should play D&D. Here are just a few familiar faces you might recognize who have mentioned liking D&D. You'll see a lot of creative people on your screen because D&D is about stretching your imagination with friends to build an epic story together. And the story could be anything. It could be just fighting and cutting down monster after monster. It could be just interacting with interesting people or creatures in the world. It could be uncovering a mystery, building a relationship with the other players in your party, or ideally, in my opinion, all of the above. One of the biggest ways D&D will help you in real life is by putting you as your own fictional character into all of these scenarios and giving you the option to handle it however you want. It's like a video game with endless possibilities. Presented with a conflict, you could fight it out, you can talk your way out, you can trick your way out, you can run away, you can throw a gosh dang glitter bomb at the problem if you want. Anything you can think of, literally. You've got the problem solve on your feet and with friends. It's a collaborative game that doesn't always have a clear-cut ending or winning point, so just by virtue of playing, you improve your problem solving and improvisational skills. In my opinion, two of the most important skills you can learn in life. Finding confidence in improv is helpful to every single person who interacts with other humans. It's what grounds your ability to carry a conversation and be a generally likable person to interact with, and it's absolutely something I struggle with. But D&D gives you the freedom to pretend to be an entirely different person. You don't have to worry so much about saying the right thing because it's not you saying it. So you learn instead what it's like to just say something and see how people react in a safe environment. You can use this to build humor skills because D&D leads to some seriously funny scenarios, and you can use this to just build general conversational skills and confidence. D&D was invented in the 70s, but in the last 5 years or so, it has experienced the biggest surge in popularity it's ever seen. This is thanks to inclusion in popular media and this being the age of live streaming. Popular live stream shows like Critical Role have shown millions of people the amazing potential this game has. And I think this being the age of live streaming in the digital age lines up with the fact that so many of us are primarily connecting through social media, and that is amazing and revolutionary and so convenient. But because of that, deep down, most of us are longing for an IRL connection with friends. And D&D is a great way to achieve that. Now, I only just started playing about a year and a half ago, but since then I have had a consistent scheduled game with friends that meets in real life in my apartment once a week. And now I have 2 of them, and there are exceptions of course when most of the group is out of town, but almost every week, without fail, I have 4 to 8 friends over for 4 hours of conversation, storytelling, and laughter. And that does the soul good. It really, really does. And if you glean nothing else from this video, please understand that regularly scheduled time to have a healthy, meaningful connection with friends in real life can be life-changing. It fights off loneliness, builds meaningful friendships, brings a temporary escape from the stresses of life, and it gives you something to look forward to. And while I strongly believe that sitting around an actual table with friends is the best way to play, it's not the only way. Websites like Roll20 and programs like Skype and Discord can bring people together from opposite ends of the world to play Dungeons and Dragons. So if you've never played D&D, I encourage you to invite your best friends or even your family to play. If they're hesitant, send them this video. Promise them that while it's just a game invented by nerds, it's changed the lives of millions and there is nothing to lose in giving it a try just once, you know? And if you have to be the one to take charge and no one has played before, you'll probably have to DM, which can be intimidating, but I'll include lots of YouTube links in the description to give you a better idea of what to do, what to prepare, and what to expect. I was terrified before I started DMing, but it instantly became my favorite part of D&D. I don't know, I love knowing all the secrets of the world and watching my friends try to figure it out. You'll want at least the DM of your game to know mostly how this game works, so if you're DMing and you've never played before, you will want to read most of the player's handbook and or watch a few videos about the rules. If that's really scary for you, try your best to find someone who has played before and can take the lead and guide you. Because D&D is for everyone and so many nerds play D&D, it's in general an extraordinarily welcoming community. For the most part, D&D players just want more people to play D&D. I mean, why do you think I'm making this video? So ask around, see if you know anyone who's played and is down to welcome a newbie. I mean, some D&D players just want to play with veterans and that's fine, so just be clear that you're new and you want to learn how to play. In my description, I'm gonna link to a Twitter thread and a Facebook group for people who watch this video and want to find people online to play with, so no excuses. And there's always Adventurers League. At comics and game shops across the world, there are organized games of D&D with strangers that you can sign up for with your own character or with one of their pre-made characters. It's a great option if you're looking for people in real life who know how to play. I've linked in the description some videos about Adventurers League and their website so you can learn more. At the end of the day, I encourage you to get out there and play a game. Trust me, it sounds way scarier than it actually is, but if you're still really anxious, if you have the attention span for long-form live stream content, I encourage you to watch episode 1 of campaign 2 of Critical Role. That is, D&D at its finest. Or, if you're a fan of me, you can watch episode 1 of Dark and Dicey, an official Dungeons & Dragons live stream that I was part of last year. If you have a lower attention span for these sorts of things, you should listen to the podcast D&D, which edits out all the ums and uhs and what was that rule for a much more streamlined version of D&D with shorter episodes. These shows can help get your feet wet and give you an idea of what a game is really like and how it works. I'll link to all of them in the description. If you're going to play with friends and none of you have played before, I recommend getting the official D&D starter kit. It comes with a super fun pre-made adventure that's in theory very basic, easy to run and play, but has endless potential for fun and hijinks. It's the first adventure I ever played in D&D, so walk into your nearest game shop and ask for the Dungeons & Dragons starter kit. Because supporting brick and mortar game shops is important, but if you don't have one nearby, Target also sells the starter kit and so does Amazon, so I'll put my Amazon affiliate link to the starter kit in the description. Okay, cool, that's it. Play D&D, watch or listen to D&D, and check out all the links in my description to help you get started, and I'll see you next week with a brand new video. Bye!